Hello, everyone. This is Taika Waititi, and welcome to the commentary for Hunt for the Wilderpeople. I'm being joined right now by Sam Neill, who's Skyping in to add some comments, and he'll be here for a little bit. He's what country are you in at the moment, Sam?
I'm in Australia.
Oh, Sam's in Australia.
Having just done a commentary about New Zealand birds for the BBC. This is the world we live in, Taika.
Yeah.
Look carefully. You might see some birds in the bush there.
Is that how you did it on the other thing?
That's
Look carefully, everyone. You might see a bird.
These aerials are gorgeous.
They are, and they're in the Coromandel Ranges in the North Island. They were a very late addition to the film, actually, and there was a little time there when I didn't think we were going to get those aerials, because everyone said, oh yeah, we'll get them, and nothing was happening, and I was getting frustrated. But we got them.
This is quite ominous. The police car coming. It feels like the beginning of a Scandinavian crime film.
Yes! I actually also think our police cars from the front look a little bit like sharks.
Yeah, and it's all. I'm all disturbed already.
Yeah. Well, I was really sorry. I'm just looking at the you can see the screen, can't you, Sam?
I can, yeah.
Oh, great. So this old farmhouse was actually we found it outside of Auckland City, and it was very old, dilapidated. No one had lived in it for many, many years, and part of the requirements for us using it was that we restored it back to the old, dilapidated, unused state that we'd found it in. And interestingly, in the farmlands behind the house, up in the bush, legend has it that Barry Crump went and lived up there for about 6 months and built a little shack somewhere up in the bush, which no one has ever seen again.
Here's the first appearance of Julian, Rima,
Didn't seem
Rachel.
Okay. I thought you'd be more interested in that, Sam.
So many good actors in this.
Yep. Rima, I've always been a huge fan of hers, and especially after I saw her in another film called Housebound. She's very funny. She's an incredible singer, and she's been someone I've admired for many, many years. Rachel House in the background there has been in most of my films. She plays Jermaine's sister in Eagle vs. Shark. She also plays the auntie in Boy. And behind her is Oscar Kitely, who is an old friend, one of New Zealand's great writers, and he's a very good actor as well in his own right. And he's another friend of yours, isn't he, Sam? Oscar.
Yes, Oscar is an old friend, and we've worked 2 or 3 times together, and he steals every scene.
Yeah, he does. He's a thief.
Which is difficult to do in this film when you've got people like Rachel and Rima and Julian, of course, who you just can't stop watching any of them.
Yeah. This was actually shot on the very first day of production. And I remember this taking all day to get this scene, and I remember thinking, oh, that's right. It's been a couple of years since I've made a film. It's hard. And I realized, oh, we're actually trying to shoot a really big film in only 25 days. And it was only at that moment that I thought I was crazy for taking this on.
Yeah, crazy indeed.
But sometimes you got to play the crazy game. You got to take the gamble. And, I'm knocking on wood right now, but luckily for me, it's paid off a few times now.
I took a still of the set that day because I had a couple of hours off. Chopping block, the water tank, the old house with the veranda. I sent it to friends overseas and said, guess where I'm shooting? Could be nowhere else in the world but New Zealand.
Miami. And this, look who it is. It's one of my favorite actors.
A pig with a pig.
A fake pig. Riding on some guy's back. Yeah. I'm really glad that you did this film,
animals
Sam.
were harmed in the course of this production.
No animals were harmed. That was actually a fake pig. It wasn't even a dead pig. I mean, It was like made of rubber, wasn't it?
They don't need to know that.
They do. I think it's important that people know that no animals. We didn't harm any animals because there's so much hunting and stuff in this film, and people always ask it. We didn't hurt any animal. We don't believe in that. That's one of my favourite shots of you in the film, actually, leaning in that doorway, and it was only about 18 frames long.
That's a dying skill, cigarette rolling, but one that I can that I have a certificate in.
How did it feel to smoke again? Was it tobacco or was it like that fake stuff?
Yeah, it's tobacco because
The fake stuff's
fake
gross.
stuff.
This is a classic Taika shot. If I've ripped anyone off, it's myself in this scene. I've just gone it's very similar to when my character arrives in Boy. Very similar lighting. But this is the thing about like growing up in New Zealand, this is the lighting that we grew up with. The kitchens, it's like one light bulb, a bare light bulb in the middle of the kitchen, and all of the goings on in the household would happen around that light bulb. And I love kitchen scenes.
New Zealand life is lived in the kitchen.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you never see, if they've got one, a sitting room in this house.
That's right.
There's nothing goes on there.
Yeah.
Kitchen is the heart of the house, and Rima's character is the heart of that heart.
Oh, a heart within a heart.
Mm.
And I feel like I'm the heart that all the other hearts live inside. A heart within a heart within a heart. Oh, this is all classic Taika stuff. Little shots of quirky things around the bedroom. This was actually a really cool house. There was a different house than the old farmhouse. And the guy who owned this house, when we first met him, we went into his house and he was making his own sausages. And I was really inspired by that. He gave me a whole lot of them, and they're delicious. He was also a bookbinder. I'm full of so many great stories like that, Sam. So much cool information that just tinkers around. Ricky running away. I hope that people know what that thing was in the bed, that red thing. We call it a hottie, or a hot water bottle. And I always worry sometimes that the things I take for granted that people don't know what they are.
Absolutely part of my childhood, the comfort that came from a hottie in a cold bed.
Of course, a hottie is a different thing in America. You say, "Oh, look at that hottie."
Oh, that's right.
Oh man, I saw this hottie in the nightclub. You wouldn't in New Zealand. You'd be thinking they're talking about a hot water bottle.
That fence on the skyline, that could have been a Jane Campion Cano shot.
It could have been.
I suppose you can't.
It could have been,
but you
it
can't help it if you point it in different directions in certain parts.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's right. I bet it's not the first fence shot, and it won't be the last. This was one of my favourite mornings shooting this. We went off into this gully, and the whole valley was shrouded in mist, and it was one of those mornings where I really was. I thought this is the reason why we shoot in New Zealand. We get these beautiful, eerie mornings. You said like New Zealand cinema is the cinema of unease. Well, I'd say that was a morning of unease.
Then you can run away.
Rima, of course, comes from a very distinguished family. Her father was Aniete Weta, who was our first great, as far as I know, our first great international opera star.
Yes, that's right. This was the first scene we shot with you.
That's the first thing I say.
Oh, that's right. First thing you say. First time you talk.
Ricky, leave me alone.
You should give me something to do. Is there anything you want me to do?
Yeah. I've seen it. I know that, Sam.
Leave me alone.
I was
my
there.
dog being unusually good.
Cool.
Yeah. He was the better of the dogs in terms of behaviour and reliability as an actor, wasn't he? I've been told not to talk, not to say anything bad about any of the actors, and I never would. But I must say, some of the animals in this film, they could have been better actors.
They're perfectly fine.
They were fine. They were very adequate.
It is interesting how late it is in the film when Ricky actually begins to talk at all.
I know.
There's a lot of power in silence in movies. People not saying stuff.
Yeah.
I did, but I forgot.
I think
Came back.
I don't know if people agree with this, but it's said that if you want someone to be interested in you, you should just stop talking.
In that jungle before?
And I feel like sometimes that's true. And it's especially true of Ricky. I think you get you're so fascinated by him because he never says anything until 8 or 10 minutes into the film.
It's very compelling, that power of silence.
That's how Eastwood and all those guys were so interesting, wasn't it? They just knew not to talk too much.
Yeah. 12 lines in a movie, that was Clint's motto. I don't want to say more than 12 lines in a
Man,
movie.
you guys got a lot of dead stuff around here.
I don't want to say more than 12 lines a day.
Sheep the other day, maggots in it. There's heaps of maggots.
So the haiku thing, I've always loved haikus, and I've always wanted to see a
Moving right.
character who you'd never expect a haiku to come out of
There was
start
one I called
spouting
Baby
poetry like that. I grew up having to read a lot of poetry. My mum's an English teacher, and she would make me read and read poetry, and then she'd make me talk about it, which I hated.
Wow.
But yeah, and I think I was probably just taking that out on this character, just making this character do what I had to do.
Kingy, you wanker.
You always got to write what you know, don't you?
You do.
In pain.
And if there's one thing I know, it's about possum plucking.
You know how to pluck a possum?
I've plucked a few possums in my time.
It's something I can't boast. Never plucked a possum, even accidentally.
Yeah. Yeah, they were, and can I just say right now, just I'm sure that some people, there's a lot of people who don't know this. Possums are a big pest in New Zealand. They've really caused a lot of problems to the natural wildlife and also to the flora and fauna. And as opposed to Australia, where they're celebrated, aren't they?
They're protected.
They're
We
protected.
have 80 million of them, and we'd like to give about 80 million of them back to the Australians, if we could. They're
Yeah.
ruinous.
I think the Australians have been. I think it was part of their plan to win the World Cup, to win the rugby.
And
was to give us
ironically,
possums.
it's the anti-fur brigade. I shouldn't say it like that, like an old right-winger, because I'm not. But it's the reluctance of people to wear fur that means that possums have become such a menace in New Zealand. They're ruining the book.
There was a huge the industry kind of tried to start off, didn't it? And back when they were uncontrollable.
Yeah.
And there was there was a good food source. They were a food source, and source for clothing, and anyway.
And the fur is as good as mink.
Oh yeah.
We should make it compulsory to wear possum in New Zealand, and we'd fix the problem right there.
This pig is not a real pig. I mean, the pig running around was real, but the dead pig and all the blood is all fake. I just want you guys to know that. I want everyone to know that's fake. That cake is real, though.
Yes.
And Rima playing that song. So here's a little interesting tidbit. We came up with this song, Sam, Rima, Julian, and myself, on set, and we did about 10 takes of Happy Birthday, the song Happy Birthday, which you all know, which we're not allowed to sing. And then one of the producers came in and said, "Oh, by the way, guys, you're not allowed to sing that. It's you can't clear it. It's it's still under copyright." Happy Birthday, the song Happy Birthday. So 10 takes in, we had to then come up with a new song, and on the spot, we composed the Ricky Baker birthday song, and I think it's going to go on to become a hit. It's going to become one of those cult favorites.
And it's not the last we're going to hear of it.
No, it's not.
Alert spoiler.
Yep. An alert spoiler.
Do you think it's time we gave Ricky his present?
It's how we say things like spoiler alert down under. We reverse everything. We say them backwards.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you, Uncle.
Feed him, clean up after him.
Possible that Heck is slightly softening, but very, very slight at this point.
That's the only birthday I've ever had.
Yes, very slight. There he is. Look at it. You can tell, though. He loves her.
I'm still thinking. Something fierce to reflect its true nature. Even
This is one of my favourite little moments, the end of the scene.
or Tupac.
What's a Tupac?
It still makes me think, it still makes me wish that I had tear ducts and that I could cry. But alas, I don't. I had them removed at a beauty salon here in LA because it's important not to go into meetings and cry. So when I go into meetings, there's no chance for me to cry anymore. I had those tear ducts blocked up with silicone.
Yeah. And you look so much better. I thought your tear ducts were sort of disfiguring.
No, they just went a bit more bulbous with the
No one
treatment.
needs bulbous tear ducts.
No, and no one needs to cry. It's just not natural. This is, oh man, I've got so many favorite moments in this film. This is definitely one of my favorite moments. This is the first thing we shot. The first moment we shot. And I looked at Julian stumbling around in the grass, falling over and playing with that dog. And I thought, he's perfect. And then I thought, we've got 5 more weeks with that dog. Sam, you're about to get really emotional in this movie.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. Big spoiler alert. That's an actor and she's not dead. There's no one in that coffin. They're all acting. This is all acting. This is not a documentary.
Look who it is up there in the pulpit.
I wonder if I can do the lines. I can't hear what I'm saying right now, but I'll see if I can remember.
But I think my favorite part of this scene is that it's apparent that the priest has some kind of relationship with the organist that is inappropriate.
It will be. Well, it's not apparent right now. It was probably apparent on the day.
It's very apparent at the end of the scene to me.
Anyone want to take a guess? See if I can do this bit.
Vegetables?
Poor Heck.
What? No, not vegetables. No. You would think Jesus. Oh man, it's almost like I have studied this guy and his acting. Can I just let everybody know right now, in case you're asking and you're thinking how crazy this whole scene is and like what this guy's saying? This actually happened. I went to a funeral and this is pretty much the speech that someone gave. I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say where or when, but I just want you to know there's some inspiration behind this.
Yeah. And that's a real church.
That's a real church. It's a real person walking. There's lots of real things, lots of stuff we shot in camera, practical stuff.
But it's not a real wool suit. I'll tell you that.
You're actually driving there. It's not far from my house, that road. I want everyone to know.
Yes.
I'm allowed to say whatever I want on this. I'm allowed to give away all the information.
Now, we did do some weeping in post, but
I took it
it
out.
wasn't you.
What did I say about crying, Sam? I don't like it. People in real life, people don't cry. So you shouldn't do it in the movies.
Scary sound, that sharpening.
Scary, yes, it is. It is. Well, what? Dinner's a piece of burnt toast? How useless is this guy? I'm sure Julian himself can cook a lot better things than toast, than burnt toast.
I'm still only probably day 3 on shooting,
Mhm.
and I'm already very
Exhausted.
attached to Julian, and I just think he was such a pleasurable person to work with, and
Yeah.
such a lot of fun, you know?
Yep. I love this shot because I loved having this whole letter reading thing just on you. At one point, I toyed with the idea of having Paula, played by Rachel, having her voice take over and then hearing her. But it's
Yeah.
nice hearing Julian actually reading and
I agree.
stumbling through the weird kind of bureaucratic jargon.
Like hell, they can't do that.
Yeah, they can.
But I
Now,
live here now.
That's a very New Zealand scene, isn't it?
Axe chopping.
Chopping block.
Axe chopping, as I call it. Wood chopping, as everyone else would
Why
call
don't
it.
we just get you a new wife? There's plenty of ladies on the internet, I heard. Too soon?
I wasn't sure to keep that internet thing in just in case the internet doesn't last and people don't know what it is in 5 years.
We don't have any cocaine.
You can't change us.
There'd be something different from the internet in 5 years?
Figure it out in a new home, okay?
There's no way.
I still worry about putting technology into films because I think, oh, what if cell phones aren't cool and no one uses them again? Then this film won't make sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, coin phones.
Coin phones. I bet all the people who put coin phones in their movies are regretting it.
After me.
It's time to bring back the coin phone in a movie. There's nothing like a car screeching to a stop outside a gas station and a guy doesn't have the coins for the coin phone. That always ramps up the tension. Let's bring back the coin phone in movies.
Okay.
I heard they do experiments at the boys' home, waterboarding, torture, that sort of thing. This one boy got thrown acid on his face because he asked for more wheat bix. Hey, you can't put Auntie in a box.
Give it a rest.
But she wanted to go to
She's
the
gone,
sky
okay?
place.
It's like
That tennis racket up there on the top of that thing
you're in a bloody box.
is see that last shot. There's a tennis racket up on the kind of skirting thing
It was Bella that
at
won.
the top of the wall. And I think I'm the only person who notices it, but I can't stop looking at it now. There it is up there on the right.
So the wealthy people are
And
coming from
behind Heck is a shacklock stove made in Mosgiel. Old school.
That's it.
That tennis racket annoys me.
I,
That's the thing about making movies. You'll see something a year or two after making it, and you'll be like, why is that tennis racket up there? And then you'll never be able to let it go. You'll never be able to get rid of it.
all these interiors. I mean, what a wonderful art department.
They were.
Shout out to Neville.
Neville. What's the second name?
That's that.
Stevenson.
Scucks sneakers. Look at that.
Scucks. I'll tell you right now, Scucks originated in Wellington, in my hometown in Wellington. And it does mean, it's like, it was originally for like people who like, you know, so like spunky. Do you know what spunky is? Like good looking, like hot, like Scucks. It's like, oh. But it was all usually, I think originally like to describe guys, and then it sort of just sort of spread and could become anything. It's very kind of like it's one of those kind of vague terms now, but it's I'm hoping that everyone in the world uses the word Scucks, S-K-U-X, from now on.
I use it all the time now.
Yeah. Sam, you're a
No,
Scucks. You're such a Scucks
really
actor.
did. Yeah. Look at that beautiful shed which we built.
Neville built that. Neville Stevenson.
Neville built that. Burnt to the ground.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
And cut to an aerial shot of the glorious New Zealand bush. And it's
Virginal.
overcast as usual. Virginal. Sam, this is a family film. This is like it's probably an M or a PG or something. Don't say virginal. Goodbye, Ricky Baker. No, okay. This is a trick. This is all one shot. He walks out. the Ricky double is in the background, and then he runs around the camera and he sits down and eats the sandwich there.
Quiet down, 10 to go.
I don't want to know about you destroying the magic of cinema.
Taika Gondry.
Yeah.
See that? This film is full of cool little in-camera tricks like that.
It's pretty funny, the melting.
He's ruined
water
that
bottle.
hot water bottle.
Yeah. Couldn't use that again.
Man, what a fish out of water this kid is.
Stuff this too far, we're going home.
There was more in the script about he attempted 10 sandwiches to start with, and then he was down to 7,
Yeah,
and he was down to 5, down to 3, and then there were no sandwiches at all.
yeah. And then I realized people don't care about sandwiches in movies. Get rid of it quick. What? He thought it was a pavlova? Pavlova is a New Zealand invented. Don't listen to Australians. They'll tell you that they invented it. New Zealanders invented the pavlova. It's like a meringue with whipped cream and kiwi fruit and strawberries. And I'll lay that to
Named
rest
after-
right now.
Named after who?
A ballerina that visited New Zealand many, many years ago. I think was her name Pavlov? Or was it
No,
Pavlova?
Pavlova.
Was it Pavlova?
Yes, it was Pavlova. And she
I thought we
visited
would have
Australia
added
at the
an
same.
A to it to make it more interesting.
Yeah, she visited Australia at the same time, and
Don't kill me.
miraculously, that wonderful dish was produced in both countries simultaneously.
Well, maybe she came up with it and she gave it to both countries.
Hate it here. So much dirt.
I don't think it's something that a ballerina should eat sensibly. It's basically meringue and cream.
And dying to drive-by.
Just keep an eye on where you're going.
This is wet. I'm hungry. Where are we?
Shut it.
Finally, we get you guys together.
Shut it.
My shoes are wet.
You're the useless bugger who got lost in the first place. You remember?
Doing it hard.
Yep.
We don't even have a map. Where's our map?
Don't need one. I know where I am.
Probably couldn't even read it anyway.
Why would I need to read a map? I already told you I know where I am.
Now, I'm not going to mention the brand, but I am wearing an iconic New Zealand jacket.
An iconic New Zealand
You would-
jacket. That's right. It's
I'm
every.
not going to mention the brand.
No, we're not going to mention the brand, but every New Zealander
You can't read.
would know this brand of jacket.
They would. And you would think that that particular brand would send me a free one, wouldn't you? On the strength of this.
On the strength of you tripping over.
On the strength of me modelling it with such aplomb. But no,
No.
not a sausage.
Well, if you go to the Taika Waititi Museum when it's finally established, you'll find this costume in a glass case there, and you'll probably get like
Very
a little one of those jackets on a keyring or something.
Yeah.
I don't really think you're a bastard.
Yeah, you do. That's okay, because I think you're a
I
bastard.
think, my beard was at its
Healthy to get these feelings out.
flourishing at its best at that point.
Move it yet?
We were going pretty much neck and neck, you and me, for beard growing over this shoot. Did you notice?
Yeah, I did. I was I had constantly had my fingers in my beard. Just, I think it
Well,
was
that's
like
what-
stress massaging my beard.
Yeah, that's why they're good. That's why they're useful. They
Ankle.
de-stress you.
Yeah,
Very effective.
yeah. It's like having a, like in some retirement homes or care centers, they'll bring in cats or dogs to help relax the patients. Just that tactile feel. For me, it was running my fingers through my own beard, and it's like having
That's right.
a little hypoallergenic animal
Yeah.
attached to the bottom
Well,
of my face.
I offer my beard to stressed people and say, would you like to scratch my beard? You'll feel so much better. But nobody ever takes me up on the offer.
I shaved my beard and then made a little animal out of it, and I give that to old people. I hand it round to them. They love it. I told Rachel to
This ain't no quiet foster kid.
just to play like the kind of the
Does this look like a human hit to you?
the head of the kind of manhunt from from classic action movies, those classic detective movies. Just for her, because I feel like her character really like believes that she's living her life within a movie. So I told her to play it like that, and I think she did brilliantly. I now think she should be in Hollywood playing that character for real.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
This ain't over by a mung or
It's hard to know.
Give me the police. It's an emergency.
It's hard to know who's upstaging who when these two are together. They're
I know.
hilarious.
I know. It's such a great team. Oscar is both, and so for some reason, Oscar is both the least believable and most believable policeman, both at the same time.
How does he do that?
And Julian flourishing in his element. He was really just performing for us, wasn't he? We were all just sitting there, and he let himself just go for it.
Did Julian prepare any of these moves before we shot this?
No. This is just what I just said. Just dance. We're going to play some music, and you're going to dance. And this was to show that, he's kind of gone, both of them have gone a bit stir crazy. He's made his own Walkman out of leaves and sticks. And they've been there too long.
Been there far too long.
But guess what? Heck still misses Bella.
Why wouldn't you?
I know. She's the greatest.
Broken man.
Now that is called a kereru, or New Zealand wood pigeon, and if you listen, you hear it flying away, which means he didn't shoot it, because it's actually illegal to shoot those. They're an endangered species, and
Yes, they are.
they're native to New Zealand, and you're not actually allowed to eat those.
Legend has it that the caribou is delicious, but that's been passed down from generation to generation. Nobody really knows anymore, right?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. The knack?
Oh, yeah, the neck.
The knack. Now, the knack is a thing from the book, and also I probably haven't said this, and hopefully this is common knowledge by now, that the film is adapted from a classic New Zealand novel called Wild Pork and Watercress, and by Barry Crump, who was he's epitomized the, I guess, the image of the quintessential Kiwi bloke over the years. He was a hunter and a bushman, but also a writer, novelist, poet, and the knack was a big part of this book. It was a thing that the character Ricky was striving to understand throughout the whole of that story.
What would you do if I got lost today? Would you miss me?
Well, you didn't get lost, so that's good.
Do you miss Auntie Bella? Shh. Yeah. You're still processing. You gotta do that when sad things happen. Process it. That's like when my mate Amber died. I processed that for ages.
Who's Amber?
We were in a home together for a while. And she went to this new family and then started getting in trouble telling stories about the dad. And then one day she was just dead.
What do you mean dead? How?
Don't know. No one told me. This slug is actually pretty good.
Oh, look, there's a bicycle. See, they have been there too long. They made a bicycle out of wood sticks.
How people notice that?
It's really hard to see.
He's made a bicycle out of things. What else did he make?
He made a little, like a robot thing. Remember, we also had a little bit of a...
And the Walkman.
And we toyed with the idea of him making a PlayStation out of like twigs and leaves and things.
Okay, we'll stay here the night. We'll be back at the farm by tomorrow, Arvo.
Yes! There's beds!
If you've been in the bush for a long time, there's nothing like reaching a hut. And they're very simple. A lot of them don't even have mattresses in them or blankets, but having some shelter and a place to build a fire, and sometimes often they'll leave cans of food behind. There's nothing more comforting than being able to make a cup of tea within a hut when you're out in the bush.
This was a good big hut, about the biggest hut I've ever been in.
It was a cushy hut
I made it easy to film. Plenty of room for
for things,
house down.
for future scenes.
Police are not ruling out kidnapping. Kidnapping?
I love how it's almost like you're reading it, and your reactions to him reading is so in sync with him reading. Kidnapping.
And Asian.
The Caucasian joke is, I think, my favorite from the film.
Hey, you know when the
I thought Caucasian was Asian for many, 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 many years.
Did you?
Yes. I didn't understand. I don't know what Caucasian meant till I was about 20.
Right.
Trying to get somewhere. Looking for a better home.
Introduce these funny fellas.
Okay, so the guy on the left in the red jersey, that is Stan Walker. The guy walking across the room is Cohen Holloway, who's been in every single one of my films. He plays the computer nerd in Eagle vs. Shark. He plays one of my gang friends in Boy. He plays one of the werewolves, not swearwolves, in What We Do in the Shadows. And now he's playing a hunter called Hugh. And this scene actually happens in the book, though it's got a new twist on it. And Stan Walker is, and then the other guy is Mike Minogue, who was also, he played one of the policemen in What We Do in the Shadows. And now the guy Stan Walker on the right there now, he's leaning there with the camouflage hat on. He is a super famous singer-songwriter from both New Zealand and Australia. He lives in Australia. And he's a huge, huge, huge star. And he is also becoming a really good actor. And we were very lucky to get him.
And they're all three very, very funny.
Three Stooges.
Three Stooges. Just Stan wearing that hat in itself is genius.
Not a real holiday because he made me do stuff.
Like a silly rabbit ears. He uses very effectively.
Just stuff. He had a sore leg, so he made me do things for him. It was hard at first because my hands are so soft. But I got used to it.
Julian found it pretty tough to say this speech.
Julian originally didn't want to say a lot of this, but then I explained what the joke was. That he doesn't know what he's saying, and he got it, and full credit to him for committing to it, because I think it makes the scene so much funnier, and I love how uncomfortable it is, and it's no one's actually saying anything. It's just leaving it up to the imagination of the audience.
Big ups to Julian.
Yeah.
Brainwasher. You're going to jail, you pervert.
You want to say that again?
Say it again. Cohen is very funny here, starting to waver. And then when it all goes pear-shaped, he screams.
Yeah.
He screamed like a terrified girl. And every time I attacked him, I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny to hear that noise.
Yeah. And this is a big cheer moment for the audiences that watch the film when Ricky says his line, "Shit just got real."
I said, get away from my uncle!
Ricky! Give me that. Get out!
Look at Stan. The arms as high as he can get them in the air.
We remember we tried some ad libs when we were like getting Stan to try and like bond with Ricky by saying he was Māori as well. It's like saying,
Yeah.
Ricky, bro, I'm Māori as well. Māoris don't shoot each other.
That's right. Why didn't we use it?
I don't know. If we used every cool thing that we had done, the film would have been 3 hours.
Straight up, that was the most gangster shit I've ever done.
You idiot! Hey, what were you talking about back there? Do you know what that sounds like?
No?
I like the scene a lot. We
Yeah.
didn't have much time to shoot it, but it works very well.
We didn't have much time, and we were lucky to get like a lot of it in this beautiful light. Just on top of this, on top of this really high hill. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's got such a
And-
good pace and immediacy.
Yeah, it's a critical scene because the whole film hinges on this.
Yeah, it's making the deal.
Double gangster, you need a teardrop tattoo.
No, I was young. It was a drunken fight. Did my time, but they won't see it like that.
Plus, there's a fair amount of exposition. You know, you find out Heck's been in jail.
Yep.
Yeah, that's quite that's big stuff to hear in the middle of what's essentially a panic.
To what?
Well, to the welfare people.
No,
They'll look after you.
no, they won't.
They'll find you another home. You'll be
No,
fine.
You're not listening. Nobody listens. There's no more hope,
And-
just juvie.
The deal is done when
Juvenile prison?
Ricky gives us terrible information about
Just
kids'
keep moving
prison.
us around until
Hmm.
something happens.
Heck, of course, the idea of that is a complete anathema to him. Prison of any kind, but kid prison. How
Yeah.
could you possibly deal with that?
Okay, now let's pause right here.
Okay, we're in about 1 million hectares of bush. That's big. It's big enough to hide in for a while.
So
Good enough for me.
I don't know.
at this point, so Julian has now joined the conversation, but Sam
Hey, Julian.
looks like
Hello?
Sam's leaving.
Hello.
Okay, Uncle.
Yeah, look, Julian, I'm going to hand the reins over to you,
What do we do now?
Yeah.
and you and Tiger are going to do the second half. And I'm just going to sign off by saying, look, I'm so proud of this film.
No, we don't need
I loved every minute of doing it. It was such a pleasure to work with you, and to you, Tiger, of course. And we're going to meet in a week or so at the premiere, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Lovely to hear from you, Sam. Lovely to have you here on the
Yes,
first part of the film.
See you guys.
Talk to you
Have a
soon,
good
mate.
time. Bye.
Okay,
So,
bye.
bye.
Okay. So welcome, Julian, to the commentary for Hunt for the Wilderpeople. How have you been?
I'm good. I've been good. Finished school like 2 hours ago, so doing homework and stuff.
You doing homework while doing a commentary?
No.
No, you don't have to do homework while you're doing this. So we're currently, as you can see, up to the first chase montage after you guys have decided to go on the run together.
Yeah.
It's really fun shooting all this stuff. All these people running through the bush. I've always wanted to do
Yes.
an action film. And I don't know why he throw those noodles back in there. How did it feel to fire a gun, Julian?
Oh, it felt awesome to fire a gun. I actually fired a gun before it, but man, it was so cool loading the gun and spending a few hours before shooting, just learning how to use a gun. Got to shoot a couple of other guns. It was just fun, just being in the bush and shooting guns.
Yeah. And as I watched this, I was always struck with how many cool locations we got to go to. Like this lake was on, if you remember, it was sort of like on the army land, and we didn't really get to. I mean, no one's ever been able to shoot anything up in these parts of New Zealand before, and we were really lucky to get access to all these places.
Yeah, it was fun shooting there. It was really majestical.
It was majestical.
Ricky says in the film. It was lovely just shooting out on the desert road and in the snow, and some of the locations were really, really nice just seeing the New Zealand bush, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, Julian. This was one of those scenes where, like, it was a lot of fun doing the film, but then, I must say that you also pulled off a lot of the drama scenes really well.
Mm.
Despite
thank you.
the continuity problems with all the dogs and the fact that they wouldn't sit still ever.
Yeah. Tupac and Zag
Tupac and Zag.
and the almighty duo.
Yep. Jeez, look at that intense acting you're doing there.
I'm just getting in the zone,
Yeah, what were you thinking? What was going through your head at that point?
On the film at that point, I was actually thinking what I was going to have for dinner. But, you know, multitasking.
Yeah, multitasking.
I'm pretty
Thinking
good
about,
at that.
yeah, I think
Thinking
when we were
about
up there,
food.
like, you were probably thinking, oh, am I going to have a hot tub when I get home or go straight for
Am I
dinner?
gonna go in the hot tub? Am I gonna go on my underground arcade? Like,
Yep.
but yeah, it was cool being out in those locations, and even as you can see now on the breakfast show, which was pretty cool. Like, just even with this, like, stuff that's really normal, like, or not normal, but like really iconic in New Zealand being on the film, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also a big deal, isn't it, to be so young and to have had done 3 feature films now?
Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty big accomplishment for me, and yeah, this being my third film and being the lead in it, which has been really fun shooting with everyone, and just, yeah, I feel like I've accomplished a lot with this film, and I can't wait until it comes out, seeing it with all of my mates, and yeah, just all of my family.
Yep. Had you ever seen a picture of a huia bird before this scene?
No, never. But yeah, after that, I was talking to my koro, my grandfather, and he has this big, like, library sort of thing in his house, and yeah, he started talking about birds for like an hour and a half, and then that's when I saw a picture of the huia.
So this bird is it's in the book. There's a big moment in the book where they see these
Yeah.
birds, and in New Zealand they actually are extinct now. They were a really beautiful, iconic bird way back in the old days, and I think like the Prince of Wales back in the 1800s or something visited New Zealand, and a little girl put one of these huia feathers, gave one to him or put it in his hair, and because he wore it, the demand for these feathers went through the roof, both back in the UK but also in New Zealand, and so the birds within a couple of years were hunted to extinction just for the tail feathers, and so there's always been these like it's a very kind of romantic idea for a lot of people who go into the bush that maybe you'll see one of these birds, because apparently the last sighting was in like the 1950s, but it was never confirmed. And they think the last one died in like 1920. But I've always, when going off into the bush, always dreamed of seeing one.
Yeah, I've always loved going, like as you said, being able, like, what if it was like seeing a native or an extinct species. A couple of days ago, I got to hold a tuatara, which was really cool. It was like holding a dinosaur. It was like holding New Zealand's history.
Yeah.
Which I felt was really cool. Like, and they're not pointy. They're not sharp. They don't bite. Like, it was cool. They were just chilling in your hand when you held them, and just on your shoulder and stuff.
Tuatara is a native New Zealand lizard, and it's one of the closest relations to dinosaurs on Earth. Yeah. So here's Julian Dennison running through the bush to get help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running.
This is where you meet.
And then here I see.
Tioriore.
Whoa, Kahu.
She had never done any acting before.
No, she was really great in the film when we first watched it, wasn't she?
She was. She was.
On a majestical horse.
On a majestical horse.
Man, that horse was...
She's a really good guitarist. Yeah. She can ride horses. She's a great singer.
She loves singing Bob Marley songs.
Fluent in Māori. She's got it all. She was really... she blew us away in her auditions.
Gonna go far in life.
I was really happy to get her for this.
Does it look like I carry a radio? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, it was cool being in that location too. Especially out at Biffles Beach.
Yep.
Probably one of the main locations we were at.
Yep.
Most of the shoot, but it was cool being out there, seeing all of the bush, especially out on the farm and stuff, and especially doing a lot of these aerial scenes were cool. With the big
Yeah.
drones and stuff. Which was really cool. Yeah, so it was fun just being in those locations with everyone, especially all of the cast and crew, and yeah, it was cool just hanging out with everyone and becoming a fan of a family.
Oh, yes, I do. I can. Want a sausage? Yeah, you do that. Yeah, I'll tell them. Laters. They're gonna head up there first thing in the morning.
Better go then. Gotta get there before they do so I can warn Uncle.
Relax, bro. I know who you are. Seen your picture in the paper. Except you're skinnier in real life.
Where's your parents?
Dead. Nah, jokes. My dad, he's watching the league with my uncle, and my mum, she's working at the lodge. Do you want to smoke a joint? Nah, I'm just being a dick. I don't smoke. Talking heaps, yeah, people say I talk too much. You don't talk much, eh? I can talk for ages. If you want me to talk for ages, or if you don't want me to talk, just tell me if you don't want me to talk. Well, this one time I was at school and I was talking too much, and then the teacher walks in and they didn't smack me shut up. I'm not listening to her because she's my auntie.
I really liked filming that scene and the film this scene and everything. That was really funny. All the big lights, and I remember that, and I think it was just arts department just had fans and like leaf blowers or something behind
That's
the
right.
camera.
We had all those leaf blowers pointed at her face.
And she was trying to keep a straight face because she couldn't with the big leaf blowers, and she had the big lights behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that.
Here's Troy Kingy, who plays her dad.
Oh, one of the funniest guys on earth.
He's very, very funny. He's also a great musician. So he's another musician like Stan Walker and like a lot of the other actors we used. He's an incredible singer and songwriter, and he's just one of those annoying people that can do lots of things.
But man, he is great in the film too.
Mm-hmm.
Such a nice guy in the film.
Yeah.
It's not a selfie if I take you, idiot.
He's such a nice guy. He's like, the director was a nice guy.
Mm.
And the minister in that funeral scene was a nice
Oh
guy.
man, the minister was great. I wonder, where did you find him, Taika?
Coolministers.com.
Oh, that's where you normally look if you want to hire ministers for a New Zealand feature film.
Yes.
The norms.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember filming that scene with the cardboard box as the coffin.
Yeah.
Hey, cheap and reliable.
Yep. That's right.
Why are you on the run? Don't you want a normal life?
Now, Teori actually sang the song at the end of this scene for real with the guitar, and the guitar was like a bit of a crappy guitar, and it was a bit out of tune. And then we re-recorded it, and it just never sounded as cool as having an out of tune guitar. There was like just something more real and in the moment about having the actual production recording, so we kept it.
It still sounded great though.
It did sound great, didn't it? Her voice is amazing. You guys are really good in this scene, you two together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have been. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you got to own it, man.
Yeah, especially that house that we're filming in. All the scenes based in at the moment was a really nice house too. The big woods and the
Yep.
and the owners letting us use it.
I remember
stuff.
shooting this film in this house and thinking that I felt very much like your character, because I know we'd been outside in the wind and the rain and the snow for for like a month, and this was one of the last weeks that we were shooting, and I remember getting inside this warm house and being so relaxed and feeling so
it was
happy.
fire and yeah, man, it was one of the best weeks of the shoot.
Yep. One of the hardest weeks was when we were in the snow, which we're going to see later on.
Man, the snow. What a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
The snow.
Oh, classic Taika shot. Someone's been in the room the whole time.
Classic Taika.
That's a classic me thing to do.
But yeah, the snow scenes really
They took it out of you, didn't they? I mean, they look
Yeah.
beautiful, but man, it takes it out of you working in the snow. Just ask Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, just ask him, and then we're like,
Just ask him.
Just
Are you
ask
next
him.
to him?
Huh?
Are you standing next to him?
Oh yeah, he's just
Oh,
he's
ask him.
just sitting next to me now. Say hello.
Just
No,
ask
oh,
him.
he's a bit shy.
He's shy. He's a shy guy.
Shy guy.
Shy guy.
But yeah, a lot of those snow scenes really came out in the film. It wasn't fake snow, which was the cool thing.
I know. A lot of people think that the snow in the film is fake. It is not. It is fresh snow, and it dropped all over us that one morning.
Were we gonna originally shoot that in the snow, or were we just gonna?
I was hoping for snow, but it didn't look like any snow was going to turn up.
And then the snow, and you're like, oh, cool, we'll shoot it in the snow.
Ninjas!
Ninjas, dire wolves, social welfare. I remember shooting that with all of the helicopters
Yep.
and the ninjas.
Have you been in a helicopter?
Never been in a helicopter.
Oh, I didn't.
Never in
Oh
my
man, I
life.
should have put you in a helicopter, but you're too busy
Chuck me
acting.
in the helicopter.
Sorry, man. I should have thought about that.
Should have been my escape.
Should have been the way that you got to work.
Yeah. Pick me up in a helicopter on top of the hotel. Like, I could park it up and be like, don't scratch it.
This guy's awesome, isn't he? He's funny, eh?
Such a funny guy, especially on his ads that he does and stuff like that. So
I need
funny.
everyone
And
to
I
know that this technology exists. I didn't make that up. I researched how you would be able to like tap into a cellular phone, and that thing exists.
Yeah, I love the part in one of the montages when Paula, the social welfare person, is teaching the police how to break necks,
Yes,
which really fascinated
which is very
me.
unrealistic.
Yeah,
but
yeah, just so
That's what makes it fun.
yeah, which makes it funny and cool and a good film to watch with like your brothers and sisters and your cousins and your friends. It's a good laugh, a good film to laugh to. And with Campbell in it too. Him doing a interview, or not really an interview, but like a sort of a broadcast in the bush.
Yep. So John Campbell, this guy, is he's a bit of a hero of mine. He's a broadcaster from New Zealand. He he fights the good fight. I always, whenever I see him, I always ask him to go into politics. So I think he's a really great guy, and he's got he just has the right attitude, and he loves New Zealand. He loves our country, and he's really, really funny. He also he used to do a thing called Dr. Rugby, and that'd be the alternative rugby commentary on one of the radio stations. And basically, it was just a group of guys who didn't know much about rugby doing commentary on our national sport.
I can just imagine seeing that.
This was a great scene to shoot.
I love this. I love shooting this scene. Same with the ending part is one of the funniest lines in the film, I think.
Yep.
Man, especially in the trailer, really. Man, Rachel stole every scene she was in, stole them. Same with Oscar Kitely.
Yep, those two.
It's amazing people to be around.
They're scene thieves.
Yeah, pretty much. Stole every scene.
They're stolers.
Right out of the TV. Stole them. But yeah, it was cool being around them and being able to teach you stuff, especially
Scroggin.
Rachel. Yeah, Scroggin, especially Scroggin.
Especially Scroggin. Scroggin is what you guys in the rest of the world would call trail mix. But in New Zealand we call it Scroggin. Scroggin. Scroggin.
Scroggin.
And that's what you take into the bush with you. And you live on Scroggin It's your like energy.
Scroggin.
There's nothing sadder. There's no more depressing feeling than running out of Scroggin. Getting to the bottom of a Scroggin bag, you know, it's like
feeling the pain.
it's like getting to the last episode of your favorite TV show and knowing there's no other episodes left.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's demoralizing.
What lies tomorrow when you have no Scroggin?
Oh wow! Look, it's Sam Neill from Jurassic Park and
Whoa.
The Omen Part 3.
Yeah, as I said before, it was great. It was great being with Sam too. Such a great actor, such a nice guy. It was cool doing the film with him. It was great working with him. And I love doing the bush scenes with him, and jumping through the bush was really cool. And yeah, just as I said before, the locations, just great. No, I remember the scene.
Oh, this was hard to shoot, wasn't it? It was down below, between
just between us, I think.
between us all.
Just below there was like this empty stream, was it?
Yeah, it's like a big muddy bog, full, and it was so impossible to get across. And
me walking across that,
yeah,
I had like 2 planks of wood, then some mats, and then another plank, and then
you don't know
and
who
then
Werner
another-
Herzog is,
another
but it
mat.
was like that. It was like being in a Werner Herzog movie.
Yeah, and that scene I think we had 2 cameras, did we? And I think the camera had them set up like in the mud, so which was pretty deep, because that mud was one of the biggest problems on set. Just the mud, so much mud, too much mud.
Who did this? Tell them it was the Wilderpeople.
The Water People? Oh, what? This whole time you've been thinking of a name for your little gang?
Yeah.
And the Wilderpeople obviously comes from wildebeests, but there's a reason I didn't want to call the film after name the film after the book, Wild Pork and Watercress. It's because like it's not as an adventurous or exciting a title, but also for some reason I didn't want to have the word pork in a movie title. I just thought, do I want to see a movie with the word pork in it? But and I think I was probably a bit snobby against the word pork because we've actually had some great movies. Goodbye Pork Pie. We've had and then Porkies and is there another movie with the word pork in it? Anyone?
Real gangsters. You're a lot tougher than you are.
Yeah, but were they skunks?
NZ just love their pork, don't they?
I mean, people love pork in New Zealand. I've got. I don't want to talk about food, but New Zealanders love pork and lamb
And lamb, especially the lamb,
and beef
especially the lamb. We have
and
a lot of sheep in
fish
New
and
Zealand.
like other seafood, shellfish.
Yep. Kaimoana, seafood, kana, crayfish, snapper.
Okay, so shout out to the great Weta Digital for helping us bring this insane pig to life.
Man, I can remember the art department, like doing sort of like the layout for the pig animation and their big pig suit, which was really cool. Just seeing them all crouched down in like this pig suit for like half the day. Just, oh man. But it was all worth it because look at their pig. It's amazing.
Yeah. I won't tell you what it looked like when we shot it on the day, but it was very different, wasn't it, Julian?
Oh, very, very different.
But they did a great job. These guys, you know, they've done all those amazing films. They did, you know, like they've made very believable apes and gorillas and monsters and dragons, and I think they did a really great job of this crazy giant wild boar.
Yeah. It was, yeah, that pig, I'm still buzzing over that pig.
Yeah. And That's all makeup on that dog, guys. That dog's still alive and well.
Yep, it's still good.
That dog will probably get a ticket to the premiere, don't you think, Julian?
Yeah, you should dress up in a little dog tuxedo.
Yep, a little
You should.
tuxedo.
Yeah, dress up in a dog tuxedo
Yep.
with Tupac, Zag and Tupac. And then Rosie, one of the dog trainers, can walk them down the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can have their own little kennels up top by the projector and watch your film.
You're really painting a picture for me, Julian. Thank you.
I am.
I think that I'm going to ask.
I'm creating a
I'm going
vision,
to ask
aren't I?
the cinema to like put a little red carpet for the dogs, a separate one.
And they can pull up in like their cool ass dog limousine.
A little dog limousine.
Dog limousine.
What if he said, what does that say? And you said, rocks.
That would have been funny.
Well, I don't really have any comments on this scene. It's an emotional scene. It's a drama scene.
Yeah.
And this is sort of like I think you guys solidifying your relationship here.
Yeah.
You know, you've been brave enough to tell Heck that you brought those ashes along and that they've been with you guys the entire time.
The ashes have been the whole adventure.
It was actually quite a nice moment, wasn't it, shooting this? It was nice and peaceful.
Yeah, especially the waterfall really pulled it off too. The beautiful background.
That waterfall really pulled it off. It did its job well.
I remember being there and having to go along the little dinghy to get across to that.
Yeah, we had to get to this little spot with a boat, didn't we?
Yeah, but it was cool, especially this scene when we went sort of up that way.
Yep.
And me standing on top there and just seeing it from above was really cool, and yeah, it was just a beautiful scene. I really wanted to jump in.
Yeah.
Because it was hot. It was hot that day, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was hot that day, but I was looking forward to a swim. But yeah, a really nice scene in the film. Definitely one of the best scenes in the film.
Yep.
Thanks for bringing her, mate.
Can't wait to see it again
Yes.
with all of the family.
This has been one of my favourite songs throughout most of my life. I'm a huge Leonard Cohen fan. That's all I want to say about that. This shot, we actually decided to do this shot one morning when it snowed and we didn't expect snow, and this is all fresh snow. That snow stopped. That snow was probably like 2 or 3 hours old. And we had to buy some time and figure out what we were going to do. So we had all the cast together, and this is basically just us with the camera turning it round and round with a bunch of extras, body doubles, costume doubles, the actors running back around the camera. Those are some doubles. You'd just seen them before. Paula was there. Oscar, who plays Andy, he was just hiding down on the ground, and he stands up and he starts eating the scrog. And these guys have all been hiding in the bush. They come down now. So this is not a digital shot. This is all in camera.
Yep.
Then we have Stan, and those guys were all there waiting to pop into shot. It's just like a nice meditation, really, just to remind everyone, okay, these are the people involved in the film. There's a chase happening at the moment.
And then here's the showstopper.
And there's Mr. Scroggin.
Mr. Scroggin, making sure nothing is left behind.
And we actually did this later on in the day because we were like, wow, look at this amazing untouched snowy valley. Julian, go and sit in there and we'll just get a shot of you. But a lot of people think that, as I said before, a lot of people thought all the snow was fake. But this is, honestly, 4 or 5 hours before, there was nothing there.
Yeah, and then it snowed
we had
for like
no
an hour.
intentions of shooting in the snow. But secretly, I was hoping that there would be some.
Snowed for about an hour and a half, and then that all popped up.
I was trying to tell you it was like the Lord of the Rings.
And now
Little
we're about to introduce the great
Ico Sam.
Reese Darby.
What the? Can you see that bush over there?
Remember, that was another late idea, was just covering him in bushes and saying that he was obsessed with replicating nature.
So funny just seeing him just crawling along the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool, and especially couple scenes after this when we see his hut.
That's right.
We see later on and after the scene, I think. Oh man, amazing.
Yeah, no, I heard about that. Don't worry, I'm not going to capture you.
Cool.
You guys heard of a local...
Yeah, and him filming this scene with like the bushes in his hands and stuff like that.
Psycho Sam! No? No?
And this was shot in one of the most beautiful parts of the country. I mean, it was like quite a long drive to get out to this little area. And this is actually a real cabin. There wasn't a lot of art direction here. This was a real hunting cabin where hunters come and stay, and then they go off venturing out into the bush. And you know, like, there's a lot of the stuff that as you see it is how it was. Those biscuits are fake, but I would never dare offer you a mouldy biscuit, Julian. I have too
Yeah, I'll
much
make
respect
sure
for
I've
you.
never eat it again. Never eat one. Never eat one ever.
The old classic put a colander on your head conspiracy guy.
Reese really knows how to pull those sort of like characters off. Hey, a lot of the aliens and
Well, he is a
pyramids
conspiracy
and...
theorist. Reese loves all that stuff. He you know, one of his favorite shows is X-Files, and he was fortunate enough to get a role on the reboot.
Yeah, oh man.
Or rehash, or
the music
revisit,
on that
or whatever you
freaks
call it.
me out.
But yeah, we had a lot of great fun hanging out with him and coming up with all these ideas.
Yeah, it was really cool. Being there.
The whole form filler thing, that was we went on for a long time talking about forms, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of shots. Forms.
And these bunk beds, they were already in the place. This is I'll tell you something gross. There were a whole lot of mattresses on those beds, and when we went to take them all off to make these beds up for you guys, I don't know if I told you this, Julian, but there were like there was like rat poop all through all the mattresses.
Oh, wow.
Well, if I told you that on the day, you wouldn't have gotten to bed.
You didn't have told me.
I mean, this scene wouldn't have happened, so it was for the movie, mate.
I remember filming
But
that
you
scene.
now, at the moment, you're lying in a mattress that
Reading my
half an hour
beautiful
earlier
haiku.
had a little bit of rat poop on it.
Yeah. But yeah, reading my haiku in our class and a whole lot of haikus, and we done I did do an ad for a company about the haikus and being able to be flown to the red carpet premiere and stuff like that.
I saw that.
And our whole class made a haiku, and that's how we sort of introduced it with the film and stuff. So we done haikus one day, covered the wall in haikus, and then teacher posted it, and then in New Zealand who are doing a competition with haikus retweeted it. So yeah.
You got retweeted, dude?
Yeah. You got retweeted. Class got retweeted. The haikus.
Now, this next scene, It hasn't actually changed since the. Sorry, I'm eating chocolate. I'm going to spit it out so I can talk. Now, this next scene, the edit of this next scene hasn't really changed since the rap party. And I edited this thing together and with this very piece of music, because I always wanted this piece of music here. And it really basically hasn't changed. The cut here hasn't changed since the day after we stopped shooting. And interesting fact for everyone, if you're still listening, there's a gag coming up that Julian came up with, and it's the one with the trapdoor. And that was his idea. We were sitting in a hot tub the night before, learning lines, all the actors. It was like more not a hot tub, it was like a giant boiling
like
hot swimming pool.
Spa at the hotel. So it was like a...
At the hotel, yeah.
It was like a pool, but it was heated.
It was huge, wasn't it? So we're all sitting there, we're all learning our lines with Reese and Sam and Rachel and Julian and I and a few of the other crew was down the other end of the pool. And we're like, okay, yeah, we're going to have this exciting scene. And then Julian said, oh, man, wouldn't it be funny if Psycho Sam has a trapdoor, and then when you open up the trapdoor, it's just dirt because he didn't even remember how to, that he had to make a trapdoor. And I cracked up, and the next morning when we got to work, I asked those guys to dig, not even dig, just to make a trapdoor.
You don't even need to dig.
And that's it. And that's where it came. It came from Julian, that joke.
And it got on the film.
It got on the film.
It got on the film.
So it's both of our joke, really, because because you came up with the joke, but then also I had to know that it was funny and make someone do it.
So
otherwise, we've been
lost
lost
in 50-50.
Lost in a black hole of unfulfilled jokes.
Pretty much.
So I'd also like to take a little bit of credit for that, Julian.
You can take 50%.
50-50?
Yeah,
I'd say
50%.
you get 80
Split it
and
down
I
the
get
middle.
20.
Oh, I'll take the 80.
Yeah, take the 80, bro.
Ricky Baker, you are not driving the jeep.
Get in the car!
Oh, shit.
Coca!
Okay, I'll hot up the government and buy you some time.
Thanks, mate. Don't do anything stupid. Me? How'd you get this thing started?
The neck.
Run, thee!
Sorry, mate, she's a bit bumpy around here.
Not too fast, Ricky. Slow down. No! Tree!
Get off!
Now we show those ridiculous hunters again.
Yep.
Cohen's on a mission.
Going on a
He
mission.
pushes
making sure
Stan Walker out of the way. Stan Walker, one of our national heroes.
Yep. Oh, such a funny guy too.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Might as well play it to the end. What do you reckon?
You mean have a shootout and then when we got no bullets, run out and say, freedom! And then die in a blaze of glory?
No, actually, man, till we run out of petrol.
Oh. Well, I'm dying in a blaze of glory.
And now we have a big chase montage, and I'd just like to give a shout out to Phoenix Foundation, who I've worked with for many years. They've worked on all of my films. They've given music to all of my films, and they created most of the music in this film. I love those guys, and I love a lot of the work that they do for me.
I got to meet the Phoenix Foundation. Nice guys. Really cool guys. Great music in the film too. Great music. They did a really good job. Me and Mum, when we done the global premiere, doing that was great. We just talked about the Phoenix Foundation. We were like, whoa, did you hear the music? remember shooting the scene where we're driving next to the tank. They rigged the car so someone would sit in the trailer in like this big cage thing and sort of drive the car. And when we was driving next to the tank, she had to throw the microphones, which was really funny because it was cool shooting that scene, and I got to go on the tank and look around.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was really cool, just especially meeting the guys in the army and stuff and everything, and being out on the location where they actually done the training.
Yeah.
Like how Reese used to say, because Reese was in the army, Reese Darby. He played Psycho
Reese
Sam.
Darby used to be in the army. That's right. He used to. He was a. I think he was a radio operator for a little while. I mean, you got to, shoot guns and do all the training exercises, and he actually made it up quite high until. So he says, he will tell you that they said, you're too much of a clown, mate, to be in the army. So so he went on and became a comedian. But it was really amazing, wasn't it, to be on that in all that area of the country where no one's been able to shoot anything before. To have that access was amazing. Now, right now, boom!
How many bullets do we have?
Ricky, we gotta stop.
They're cornered. There's no way out. This is the end.
Ricky being Rambo.
And this was actually sort of getting close to the end of our shoot.
Yeah, definitely. This was I think on the second of last week. Oh, sorry, thumbs covering up the camera. But yeah, I think that was closer to the end of the shoot. It was fun being in the junkyard.
Ricky, this isn't a game. That's real over there. You're never gonna stop chasing ever. We're done.
I'm not going back!
Listen.
This is a real car junkyard, a wreckage,
Amazing.
and it's full of all these old cars. So all these old cars were already there. We, they were nice enough to let us crash through their fence and smash up a ute and or a pickup truck and shoot our scenes all in this within the texture of all these beautiful old wrecked cars.
Yeah, there was so many, and it was a huge place. So all of the old classic cars were really cool. Just being able to film in that place was cool, and especially seeing the car flip was cool.
It was cold, Julian.
It was really cold.
And what about Bronson when he did that flip? Oh my gosh, when he crashed through the fence and he flipped the car over. I honestly thought.
I remember that crash. That was.
I thought the worst for him. And then he got out. He was like, had his thumbs up, and he was like, "Yeah, that was awesome."
Yeah.
The whole roof of the car was like squashed. I thought his head had come off. Did you shoot him for real?
No, actually.
That's good. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and that poor stunt guy. There's not Sam's poor Sam Neill back being slammed into the ground. That's Johnny, one of the stunt guys who was such a trooper. We did that stunt probably 10 times where he got slammed into the ground, and we ended up using the first take.
Yeah.
So shout out to Johnny. I'm sorry, we should have just used the first take and saved you.
But yeah, I can.
Saved you back.
Him getting slammed to the ground, and when they just done the scene of him getting slammed to the ground, I can remember just being like, "That must have hurt."
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Oh, that must have hurt.
Yeah.
wanted to show you guys that picture of the dog, so you know that that dog wasn't hurt in the.
No dogs were hurt in the making of this film.
Get in.
I've got your little cute bear paw, your little Ricky hand.
We shot that scene at night, I'm pretty sure. Did we? We shoot that scene?
Which one?
I honestly don't know. But I think that scene where I drive off, did we shoot that at night or? I don't seem to remember.
Yeah, I found them on my horse and we had some sausages.
I'm a big fan and managed to scare me a selfie.
Again, it's such a great place, and filming this stuff.
This was cool though, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is cool.
Is it perhaps? We just want what's best for the child, Your Honour.
Me and my bedroom.
You're in your bedroom.
My new bedroom.
This is Mount Eden Prison, one of the most notorious prisons in New Zealand. It's got a lot of history. And it's actually, this old part of it is now out of service. They don't use this part. They've got a new part of the prison. But this, we filmed this little bit. You weren't there that day, Julian. But
Yeah.
I must say, it felt very haunted. It was very scary being in there.
I can.
It was
see
empty,
that
completely
might have
empty, but
been-
man, it felt like it was full of ghosts.
Yeah, it looked very scary in the film, as I
Yep.
can see.
Yeah, like a scary castle.
I remember.
This is someone's
Is-
flat.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
This is that was like the inside of not this bit, but another bit. But that giant outside house, the exterior, was the home to like 20 students, and
And you could see
I
it was
don't
the
mind
120
telling
students.
everyone it was filthy.
Crazy. Filthy. We
Oh,
had
look,
to actually
Hex learnt to read.
Oh heck, learning how to read. Papa. I think it was this scene. Yeah, this scene. I remember we were sitting down, and I think I was walking up, and Tupac the dog, I think it was the right side of like the frame. He takes a big dump.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I shot you.
It was a frustrating day because like
funny.
we also like fighting against the sun and the clouds and
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 the traffic.
We were waiting for all the cars. I mean, it was right in the city, and it made me miss the wilderness doing this scene.
We shot that. Did we shoot that on the last day?
No, the last day we were out at the at that house where your bedroom set was, because I remember the
Oh, yep.
last shot was you looking in the bed, and there was no hot water bottle in there.
Oh, and I also saved up and got this.
But man, yeah, that house was. You could definitely tell it was owned by students.
Yeah, but I just thought that.
And that's
Okay.
Auckland, isn't it?
Sorry.
It's all good.
Now we see Heck has learnt how to do haikus, and he's made an effort. He wants to let Ricky know that that was a special time for him.
Got something to say. Me and this fat
Fun.
kid,
Oh, the best.
we
I don't know this movie. I haven't seen
ran,
it enough times.
we ate and read books, and it was
It was the best.
The
Lovely
best.
moment in the film.
It was the best.
That must have been nice for you to wear clean clothes in this film, in that one scene.
Yeah, finally without all the dirt makeup. because I think in some days it got really hot, and like I got sweaty, so the makeup would sort of, so they would have to sort of wipe down and reapply the makeup, and then it was like I don't know, they had to do like, I think, man, it was like half an hour of makeup, just like all of this dirt and on the wrist and on the hands, and yeah, it was crazy. Some of the makeup they done, but man, the makeup department done a really good job.
Oh, hug time.
Oh,
You guys like each other.
Okay, I'll go get the toothbrush.
shooting the scene after this from the big
Yep.
drone. Julian and Heck in the new gears.
You notice he doesn't have a gun. I think he knows better
Yes.
than to carry a gun now.
Yeah. Give it to the 13-year-old boy.
Here we go. Reckon you can handle it?
What do you think? Reckon you can find that bird?
Oh, call back. All right, that is the end of the film. Thanks so much, Julian. And thank you to everyone for watching.
My pleasure.
I've been Taika Waititi. Julian has been
Julian Dennison.
Sam Neill. He's gone. But it's been a pleasure commenting or commentating throughout the film. Thanks for watching. Bye.